That little light be hitting pretty good. Do me a favor.
We'll move this table up in front.
It's like a different type of light. That's what I like about it. I'm gonna sit right here on this side here because I got the plugs. I ain't done. You might have to plug that light up.
Okay.
Do me a favor, our bot, check the YouTube, make sure that the sound is toward. Bubble shot.
This up tomorrow. Facebook tomorrow.
Sound good?
No concept.
Ready to go?
Call that I can send the link out to everybody. Make sure we all got it. Oh yeah, that look good.
Okay.
Hold on, give me a second. Make sure. Sound check good.
No concept.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna send out both of these links so that way we'll have both of them. I'm gonna send out the one for the StreamYard and the Zoom link as well. Some people like to use the StreamYard and the Zoom. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So make sure we got it. What y'all be doing at the slave out, boy?
As far as what, sir?
What y'all be doing? Like y'all, at one point I heard y'all had a problem with them drugs out there at Smithfield Pack.
I'm at Sanderson.
Oh, Sanderson.
They don't even care about that no more.
What?
They got so many people on the shift. They don't even care.
Oh, they just short.
Yeah, if you hot, they don't even care.
Long as you don't cause an accident.
Oh, come. There was one dude that went out there. He said, first day out there, he was like, nurse went and gave him a drug test and whatnot, and she was like, he asked me, like, so did I pass it? She was like, no.
What?
He said, did I pass it? She was like, no. So it's like, oh, so I gotta go. She said, I didn't say that. Hey, for your paper, you start tomorrow. I was like, well, damn.
And she let it ride.
No, sir. They need that many people out there. Second shift, they horrible on second shift.
Damn. I wouldn't think they would be that bad. What it?
Bunker, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. Just make sure I got make sure I'm sending out all the links so that way everybody got them. Yeah, both. got that phone clip over there. Set it up right quick. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shalaki. How Shemala thought about Hashem Yahushua?
Yahweh Shamar Lathabah Hashem Yahweh Shai Adawan.
Sister Barwa, can you hear me?
Khan Adawan, I can hear you.
Can she hear you?
Khan, sir.
Say the mic working.
Yeah, it should be working. Shalom.
So,
Shalom.
what's going on, brother?
Shalom. Yahweh Shemala thought about Hashem Yahushua?
Shalom Yahweh Shamar Lathabah Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hold on, I can't hear you, sis. Salaki, hold on for a second. This thing. He like that.
Shalom.
Let me see what's going on with this.
Okay, you got a headpiece? Another one. Come on.
Hold on, I Salaki, sis. I can't hear it, man. This thing, I don't know what it's doing. Oh, I see.
I think you got the other one.
Salaki, sis. Can you hear me now?
Where this one?
Khan Adawan, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't matter, though. It's a headpiece.
Spirit of Judah.
Especially living in here, huh?
Right.
There go another brother.
Salaki, sis. Can you hear me now?
Khan Adawan, I can hear you.
There you go. Okay, most high Christ. All right.
I think that's another brother who on Shamar.
Another brother on Shemar.
No, I was saying whoever on Shamar. I think somebody else coming. Oh, somebody else just on the doorbell. Also about to say one.
Do me a favor. Call it from your phone.
What was that?
Okay.
So almost done.
Somebody run the doorbell, so somebody downstairs. Probably him.
Okay, you on Shemar. Go ahead and clap it up.
Same Christ. Shalom, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Today is Tuesday, so you know it's the Brotherhood class. And we just celebrated Feast of First Fruits. You gotta get a Lord a hand for that, man.
That's right.
Allowing us to come together, see our brothers and sisters, man, be able to celebrate this high holy day, man, and have us here again tonight on Tuesday. Everybody safe and sound by the power of the Most High, man. So we gonna jump right into Brotherhood, man. First, I want to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Fine, brother.
Bring that light closer to you.
Come on. I'm a dark-skinned brother. All right.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
What?
Never trust thine enemy.
The scripture says for you to never trust your enemy, man. Who would be the enemy?
So I can make sure anybody that's not of Native American, Black, or Hispanic descent.
Okay, right. So why are you not to trust your enemies? Or Salaki, who would your enemies be with respect to the book of Deuteronomy?
So I can information, so-called white man, the oppressor.
Which did what? What Deuteronomy the 28th chapter said he did? Or who are we sold to? Our enemies. Who are we sold to?
Concept.
You said
A so-called oppressor.
okay, come. My bad. Legit lag today. My bad. But yeah, that would be our enemy, man. And the scripture says for us to what?
Never trust thine enemy.
We can never trust them. You understand? And I know for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's a hard thing, man. It's a hard thing for us not to trust our enemies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we've been beat down so much to a point where we absolutely had nothing. You know, with respect to slavery and stuff, we had nothing, man. And the scriptures say we have to go to them for everything. You understand? So it don't seem like they are enemies. And we've been oppressed so long that we've grown to love our enemies, man.
Right.
We've grown to love them instead of doing what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Instead of never trusting them, we learn to love them and put all our trust in them, man. We trust them more than we trust our own brothers. You understand? More than our own sisters. We trust our enemy more. And that's the fault of the Christian church, man.
Right.
You understand? Which is oppression or white supremacy. That's where you learn to love your enemies, man, and not to hate your enemies or never trust your enemies, man. Read on.
Come, sir. For like as iron rust, so is his wickedness.
Right. Kudam, can you take a shot at that one?
Oh, so like I said, if I may, you know, how I've heard it broke down is, you know, brothers have always had, you know, old tools. You know what I'm saying? When you first, they knew they got that shininess on them. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, that rust is gonna show. So that's just like, you know what I'm saying, that pressing. He might smile in your face, you know what I'm saying, seem like he's shining, but that rust or that wickedness is gonna show forth after a while, after a time.
Right. It's gonna come out, man. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Soon as
So like if I may,
come.
you know we gotta crank it up.
Right.
This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class,
Right.
And so we gonna crank it up in here tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to bring that spirit of Christ, you know what I'm saying, and the vibe of the Most High here, man. So that way we always rocking. What you said was heavy though, and I'm gonna tell you why it's heavy. What you talk about rust, it comes when they're exposed to the elements. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand? And you know, if you leave it out in the elements, I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying? Over a period of time, it's gonna be exposed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And right.
That's where the enemy is. You put him in, you know what I'm saying? You put him in certain situations, he's gonna let you know exactly who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's gonna hide it, but for so long,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't help it.
Go ahead. Can't help it. Damn right.
Right. So, like also Zion was just saying, you know, he can't help, man. That stuff gonna come through. That evil gonna show itself. That hate for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is gonna come out. It's gonna come out, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Amos chapter 1 and verse 3. It's like it. Chapter 3 and verse 1. We're gonna get into it tonight, man. Scripture say, never trust thine enemies, man.
Right.
You know, sure as iron rusted, that wickedness gonna show itself. So like it, paraphrasing. No.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 1. Hear this words that the Most High has spoke against you.
Spoken against who?
Spoken against you.
All right.
O children of Israel.
Who?
O children of Israel.
Who are the children of Israel? Good.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So when the scriptures say, hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, who is he talking to?
So like you said, the family of Israel, who was blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right. So he only talking to the house of Israel. Read on.
Come. Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Right. Against the what? The whole who?
The whole family.
So the nation of Israel, the nation of Israel is an entire family, man. It like it ain't no, oh, we all separate. You know, we a family, man. It ain't no, oh, Judah here, Issachar here, you know, Ephraim, all that. Like, no, we a family, man. We one.
Right.
You understand? Against the nation of Israel, that he brought up out of the land of Egypt. The word Egypt just means bondage. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying, hear this to the whole family that he brought up out of the land of Egypt, the land of bondage, saying, go ahead.
Come, sir. You only have I known
Mm-hmm.
of all the families of the earth.
The Most High said, you only to the nation of Israel.
Right.
You only have I known of all the families, man. Of all the families of the earth, man. And that family is who? The nation of Israel, like we just said. Go ahead.
Come, sir. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Why are we being punished?
For all your iniquities.
Right.
But who's been punished?
Salaki, sir.
Right.
Nation of Israel.
Right. The nation of Israel is being punished.
That's right.
Come, sir.
He said he's gonna punish us for all our iniquities. You understand? The family or the nation of Israel, he gonna punish us for all our iniquities. He didn't say that he was gonna punish the entire world for the iniquities that they commit against him. He said he's gonna punish the house of Israel that he brought out of the land of Egypt, and he said the whole family.
Right.
You understand? He said he's gonna punish us because why? Read it from the top.
Come, sir.
Verse 2.
Okay, come. You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So he gonna punish us. Why? Good.
Therefore, I will punish you. for
No.
all-
Yeah, you got me.
It's a lot there, because he basically emphasized that he's only known us. He ain't
Right.
known no one else.
He gonna punish us because we the only ones he know. He don't know the rest of them, man.
Right.
Oh, so like,
to add to that, but to add to that, it's just like, he taught us his ways.
Mhm.
So it's a tremendous discredit for you to get taught the ways of the Most High power
Right.
and to not follow or walk after those ways.
Right.
It's in the same spirit of Esau with regard to forsaking his birthright. It's like it means nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
Right.
So it's a
Mhm.
disgusting thing, Salakia, brothers.
Good.
It's like I said, if I may build off of what the Adawan was saying, which is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? If we realize as a people, this is how we talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like you say, like if somebody doing something that your father has taught you and they do something out of the ordinary,
Right.
you know, say, hey, that ain't my son.
Mhm.
You
Right.
ain't my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what the Most High is telling us. He's like, I taught you a certain way.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You only have I known, but y'all are not doing what I told y'all to do. So
Mhm.
therefore, I'm gonna punish you for what y'all, not doing.
Right. And also to go off of that, why would the Most High do that?
It's like,
Thinking about the book of Genesis, right?
come on,
He said he gonna make man what?
help me. It's like,
No, like in the image of who, man?
oh, in the image of himself. So.
Right.
Come
So
on.
if we the only ones that he's known, right, and we his children, right, and he made us in his image, what is his image?
So like I said, if I may, one is righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So if we not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, therefore we don't have righteousness. You know what I'm saying? If I may, you know what I'm saying, we choosing death. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which we know the Lord is not the he doesn't pleasure in giving death. You know what I'm saying? You follow him, you choose life. You know what I'm saying? So we made like into his image again, we choosing that righteousness. So he wants us basically, like you said, if I got a son, I want him to, if I'm teaching him how I'm teaching, I want him to stray from it.
Right. So going off of that, you got a son, right?
Come.
And you got the reputation of Kodam, the reputation Kodam has in here, right?
Come, sir.
If your son come in here and start acting out, how is he upholding the image? What is he doing to your image?
So like you said, he's tainting it or destroying it.
That's what you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
most
like the Most High. We destroy his image, man, when we don't follow him. That terrible power that the rest of them fear, they don't fear the Most High when we follow what they doing.
Right.
You understand? When we join ourselves to them and choose not to see the wickedness of this of our oppressor, we are destroying the image of the Most High, man. They don't fear him. You understand? So once we come back to him and he unleashed, or he does what he does and destroys his place, guess what? That image is gonna be restored. When they see us, they're gonna say, "Oh, this is surely this is a great and wise people, right?" You understand? So when we separate ourselves from the Most High, we fall.
Right.
We fall, and they lift themselves up because they no longer scared of the Most High.
That's
Man.
right.
You understand? So we gonna read that again from the top.
Common concept.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 2.
All right.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
For all the wickedness that we do, we
Right.
get punished, man.
That's right.
All the sins that we commit, we get punished, man.
Right.
Disobedient, we get punished.
Right.
Why? Because we destroying the image of our Father, man. You understand? Because he only knew us. Out of all the families on the earth, he only knew us.
That's right.
Right? So they can't destroy the image of the Most High.
Right.
We the only ones that do that. When we eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, we destroy the image of the Most High, man.
And so, like, if I may, can I add to it?
Come.
And the one thing to keep in mind, just like any good father, if me and you out somewhere, right, and we throwing rocks, and we have to throw a rock and bust the glass, you know what I'm saying, break the glass, right, and we go back home, who you think gonna get it first, and who you think gonna get it the worst? Go ahead.
So, like you said, if I may, the one that's gonna get it the worst is the one that's the leader. You know.
Who gonna get it first? Who gonna get it worst?
So I can say if I made the oldest.
Like you got say you have a son, right? Right?
Come on.
And you can sit there right here, sis, for sure. So you have a son, and your sons and they out with their cousin, right? And you say y'all be safe out there, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And your son go out there, they throwing rocks and they having to break a glass, right? And they come at home. Who getting it first and who getting it worse? Come on,
So your son.
your son.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You
So like what he get it the worst as well too?
don't you think so?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you gonna say?
I told you not to do that.
You know better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you belong to me.
That's right.
Yeah, you only have out there. That's your cousin. I'm
Right.
gonna skin them later. But for you, I'm gonna deal with you righteously.
Right.
Because you know better. You understand? For that, why I should punish you for your iniquity.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Damn right.
Yeah, he a little different.
Right. So when we act out, man, we get punished. So like I you had something? We get punished for the things that we do, man.
Right.
You understand? The rest of them are like that cousin.
Right.
You know? All right. Drop that. We're gonna get Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 23. You know what I'm saying? So when we out here thinking just do anything, get away, we have to know like that punishment coming. That punishment is coming, man. You can't just think you're gonna destroy the image of the Most High and ain't nothing gonna happen to you, man. You cannot. You got that?
No concert. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 39, and verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity.
So the heathen should know that the house of Israel, who's the house of Israel?
So like you said,
the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that family that was brought out of the nation of Israel, the land of Egypt, that was given that image of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That holds that's supposed to uphold that reputation. You know what I'm saying? His children. Go ahead.
Concert. For their iniquity, because they trespass against me.
Right.
Therefore hid I my face from them.
Right. So the heathen should know that the Most High put us into captivity for our iniquities, man.
Right.
Because the scripture just said we are the only family that he ever known.
Right.
You understand? So we'll be punished for our iniquities. So the heathens should know, our oppressor, all them, they should know that the only reason that they able to do the things that they do to us is because we disobeyed the Most High.
Right.
And we being punished for the things that we did. You know what I'm saying? The sins that we committed. They should know that. Jeremiah Hyman said that they feel like our oppressor, they feel like the Lord is with them when they can do all this stuff to us.
Right.
You understand? When they can beat us and lock us up in cages, put us on the border and stuff like that, they feel like the Most High is with them. You understand? When they do all this stuff, right? And our Zion done taught us multiple times, the Lord is with them. Well, as long as we disobey, he gonna be against you, man. He just said he hid his eyes from us, man. So like it hid his face from us. You understand? So guess what? If you out there selling weed, popping whores and all that, and say the police pull you over, you know, you got the drugs in the car, right? Or you out there on the corner selling the drugs, right? You out there looking for prostitutes, the police roll up. Whose side do you think the Most High gonna be on?
Right.
He not gonna be on your side
Right.
if you commit sins against him, man. You understand? He gonna punish you right then and there for your iniquities.
That's right.
Because selling weed is a sin.
Right.
Getting high is a sin, man. Sleeping with whores is a sin
Right.
against the Most High. So why would he take up for you if you going against what he told you to do? You understand? You have to earn the protection of the Most High, man. It's not just given. You know what I'm saying? You have to earn the safety of the Most High, man. Read on.
Concert. And gave them into the hand of their enemies.
Of who?
Into the hand of their enemies.
Gave us into the hands of our enemy, man. The Most High gave us into the hand of our enemies because of the iniquities we committed, the sins, the crimes, not just against him, but against each other too.
That's right.
You understand? I can't sell drugs to my brother, man. I cannot. I can't go sneaking across the street when my brother leave the house to sleep with his rib.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got more on that?
Concert.
Mm-hmm.
So they fell. Salakia. So they fell, they all by the sword.
So we all fell by the sword, man. We all fell by the sword. You understand? What sword would that be? What's a sword used? Go ahead.
The sword today would be the the knee on the neck, the gun.
Mm-hmm. Sound crazy. Who blessed with that sword? I knew you had some. I knew you had some. I can see it.
Because I know it's a scripture that says that he used, you know what I'm saying, Esau as a whooping stick, you know, for our disobedience.
Well, get it.
So
let's get it, man.
Right.
Let's go there. Let's go there. The scripture say prove all things, right?
Right.
We ain't just gonna talk about it. We gonna show it. We gonna show that we know, man. Because I know, we got we had them Christians that be sitting here listening, and they be thinking that we don't know what we talking about when we open up these scriptures, man. So we have to show them that we know our way around this book, man.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Take your time, brother.
Come on.
Go ahead.
It's like if I may, so I got a precept for this right here, if I may.
Go ahead.
It's in the book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Break that down.
Salak, if I may, sir, is saying that basically, if the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the true Hebrew Israelites, if they be in transgression of the law and they live a life of sin, then the other nations will be able to, like it says in Deuteronomy, get about high above them, and they'll, basically not have the protection from the Most High, because we know the law, statutes, and commandments is our protection. So if we're not abiding by those, we don't have no protection from the other heathen that are out that are trying to, attack us.
Right. But let me tell you something real quick. Zion taught us just read what you see and break it down like that, brother. Break it down line by line.
So if there be any error against his people,
break that part down.
If there be any error, so like if they're not perfect, as YAHANNA commanded us to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He commanded us to be perfect by doing everything that's in this book.
Mm-hmm.
So if we be in error and not doing what's in this book, and we sin against their power, and we break these laws, statutes, and commandments that he gave us in order to be above every nation and to be perfect. It said is that let us consider that this shall be their ruin. That it'll be the end of the nation. Like the nation will no longer cease to exist because we have not studied and done what this book says to keep this nation together. So it's like a nation divided cannot stand.
So if we commit iniquity, right, against the Most High, he did what? Hid his face, right?
Sir.
So he gonna hide his face from us, and that's gonna be our ruin. We're gonna fall once the Most High stop backing us. We're gonna fall. So go ahead.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And that's when the other nations gonna come and overtake us. If we commit those iniquities against the Most High, we ain't gonna have that protection. That's why I was just saying that safety from the Most High. You have to. It's not just given. You have to do something for it.
Right.
You understand? If you're not doing that, if you're not following law, statutes, commandments of this Bible, the Most High gonna be against you, man. And you're gonna fall. And the other nations waiting on it. How I go? Are you praying on my downfall? You know what I'm saying? They waiting on it, man. So it's imperative that we pay attention and follow these laws, statutes, commandments, man.
That's right.
You got that yet? Oh man. You got more on that, brother? So they fell all by the sword. Oh, Salakia. I asked who was blessed with the sword. Nobody?
So like you sort of answer that question, it was Esau.
Right. Esau was blessed with the sword.
Okay.
That's back in the book of Genesis. You understand? Let's see. Genesis. Just so y'all brothers can have it. 27 and 40, I want to say. I think it's 27 and 40. But yeah, so we transgressed, the laws, which is that iniquity, and the Most High hid his face from us, man. You understand? So all the stuff that you see going on now with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is because of the crimes that we committed against the Most High. We paying for them, man. That's how you know that you can't just do a crime and not pay for it when it comes to dealing with the Most High. You have to pay for it. You have to be punished. Well, I think it says like until like the 4th generation or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's a long time. You see how long we've been? Like that's a long time, man. And let you know that the Most High ain't nothing to play around with.
Right.
He nothing to play around with, man. You understand? Let me get Psalms 147 and 19.
I want to like if I may too.
Come.
And the one thing that you got to remember, like our sins causes us not to have the tight bond like we should have as brothers and sisters, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about sin, or somebody does something against you, or somebody violates you, they may do it indirectly to you. Right. But as a brother, in the back of your mind, you thinking shit. Salaki, if you do something to him, you will also do it what? Mm-hmm. Say again?
To Yahushua.
If you see me do something against our bod that you figure that is wicked or uncool, what you think? What else are you thinking in your mind?
Oh, Salaki.
Come on,
you do it to me,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. So how could a nation fall if we're always looking at each other like we're the enemy?
Right.
You understand? If I'm always having to look over my back to see if my brother got my back, I have done. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about sinning or the iniquity of sin. It keeps you from loving your brother and your sister. Right. That's why it's so important that we do it. Mm-hmm. And that's why in I.S.U.P.K we go over what? Every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It has to be clockwork. Because we're so fractured as a people and so destroyed, we've lost the true essence of what it means to love someone else better, more than you love yourself. Mm-hmm. And brotherhood and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is how we do it.
Right.
That's how we get back to loving each other. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, I'm just another Negro out here on the streets.
Damn right.
That's it. You know, so you think about it. If you don't see the spirit of the Most High in the brother, he just another brother on the street.
Mm-hmm. Damn right. Come.
Somebody you can't trust, right? Somebody you don't know,
right?
Somebody you can't what would you call it? Count on.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that you can't depend on.
Yep.
He may not accept responsibility. He may not be accountable. But in here in I.S.U.P.K, you learn all of those things, man.
Right.
You understand? You learn how to be accountable, dependable, reliable. My brother always say, what's the best availability bunker, y'all? What you always say? I'm messing it up, man. It's what's the best ability? Availability. You understand?
Right.
Brothers, so we hold that the highest esteem in here, man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I want, if you're available for camp, be at camp.
Right.
You understand? That's your brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like going to war. When I was in Esau military, the type of bonds that I built from being overseas were lifelong. You understand?
Come.
Sitting in a foxhole together, singing them dumb songs, eating MREs, airborne shuffle. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
But you never forget those things with those brothers that they call a band of brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Come.
Well, in the I.S.U.P.K, we become brothers too, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And when we go out to camp, we never forget what we're going to camp for.
Right.
You understand? And we put on that whole armor of righteousness. You understand? Mm-hmm. So like, I think we're gonna give you. It's
a wild.
Yeah,
get that strong piece of pop in the hand, man. It's a wild. It's a wild because that it's like we were saying a couple of weeks ago. It takes a different type of love for a brother to stand out there on that street corner. And y'all like apart.
Right.
Like y'all a couple of feet apart.
Right.
And you got your back turned towards him. He got his back turned towards you. But you trusting that brother got your back.
And you also trusted that this man is not sinning against the Lord.
Right. Damn right.
Because if not, then if he's sinning against the Lord could be against all of us out there on that corner.
Come.
And we could fall right there in that corner if the Lord is not with us.
Right.
That's why it's so important that what this scripture is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing to play with when we out there. You know what I'm saying? Throughout your daily walking life, know that as a brother, somebody that could lose his life because of what you're doing.
Right.
If you don't believe me, ask the drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How many drug dealers you know that lose a parent? Or somebody that close to them, or a child by drive-by shooting and stuff? Huh? Don't it happen? And everybody feels sorry for Taquan. But then once you come in here, you see what Taquan is doing.
Right.
While you serving the drugs, Taquan, you getting the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Nice whip.
Right.
Like your shoes. But your mother, man, she's holding herself out.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all what and this 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying the story.
Come.
His mother was a prostitute in
Right.
the movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But he grew up not having a mother, so now he's stuck with having to sell drugs.
Right.
What's more important, having a mother or selling drugs? Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have your brother, or you want him to go vote or be in the Christian church?
Right.
Damn it, we're supposed to do what we're supposed to do, so that way I can have a brother.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Aita.
You want it.
Yeah, both sides Christ.
Yeah.
Well, Salakia, I just want to harken on what Officer Zion was speaking about with regard to camp. You know, that is a very selfless act to go to camp.
Right.
Okay. You're going on your own dime, on your own time, and you're really literally out of your mind to do it.
Right.
If you're looking at it from someone that's in the world, but it takes a selfish bastard to not go to camp.
Right.
Right.
That is a part of the office. Okay.
Right.
So the root of our disobedience, the root of our iniquity is always, it goes back to selfishness.
Mm-hmm.
You're so focused on what you want versus, what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You in here, that is your duty to go to camp. Okay.
Right.
Salakia.
I know you're absolutely correct, because camp is very, very important, man.
Right.
Camp is very important. The Most High showed mercy on us to allow us to be in here, man. You understand? So we have to go right back out there and show that same mercy, bringing other brothers and sisters in, man. And that causes us to not be what you said, selfish, man. That causes us to be very selfless. You understand? In order to be in here, you have to be selfless. To love brothers in here, you have to be selfless, man.
Right.
You have to think about your brother before you think about yourself.
Right.
You understand? Because you may want to sleep with that whore. You may want to. She calling your name.
Right.
But you ain't gonna do it because you know I got a war with these brothers every Saturday.
Right.
There's one time, it may not happen next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, the Lord may bring that punishment upon you, man. And if you out there at that camp, all of us could end up collateral damage for something that you did. You understand? So you when you get in here, man, you learn that you can't play with the Most High when it comes to not breaking these laws, statutes, commandments.
That's right.
Because we get punished for our iniquities in here, man. You understand? You got that?
Concert. The book of Psalms, chapter 147, and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob,
right?
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. But he has not dealt so with any nation.
It's like you read that part again.
Concert. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And has Salakia. And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Right.
Praise ye the Most High.
Right. So the rest of these nations don't get punished by the Most High, man. You understand? They punishment coming, but right now it's up to Israel to get straight, man. Israel got to get straight right now. You understand? They punishment coming. The Most High only knows the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
That's right.
We the only ones that he known. They hadn't even known, the other nations hadn't even known the judgments of the Most High, man.
That's right.
They don't know the punishments of the Most High. They don't know what it's like to be up under these curses, man. You understand? They don't know what it feels like to have their child ripped from their hands and sold down the river. Right? Never seeing their family again. Right? They don't know what that feels like. Only the nation of Israel knows what that feels like, man. You got something? Okay. Thought you was raising your hand. The Most High said that they have not he haven't dealt with those other nations, man. He has not dealt with them. So is no way they can know what it feels like to be a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You understand? Drop that. Let me get Romans 9 and 13. So they can go to the Juneteenth and all that. Think they doing something for that so-called black man or black woman that they holding hand in hand with, trying to be close with, just so they can go back to work and tell a story. Oh yeah, I attended Juneteenth this weekend. That doesn't mean that you know the pain and suffering that we go through on a daily. You understand? You went to Juneteenth as just like what, a way to get out, a way to get some food, see what Blacks and Hispanics out there cooking. You understand? You went there because of that. We went there because it means something to us. You understand? We went there because of the history that Juneteenth holds. You understand? So good.
Salakia, you know, what's so heavy is because we were out there because our people were out there.
Right.
And that's a good opportunity for us to fish them out of that delusion of, you know, wanting to celebrate Juneteenth.
Right.
The spirit of giving glory to the oppressor. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and it's like you giving him all of the honor and praise, you know, and it's,
Right.
it's very, very criminal because that was a very prideful thing for Biden to sign that into legislation and make it a federal holiday. Now you have to acknowledge that,
Right.
you know, and it was a lot of strong delusion out there
Mm-hmm.
because first thing you see is vendors, African
Africans.
vendors out there
Mm-hmm.
selling kente cloths and dashikis and kufis and ankhs and shea butter and all that nonsense.
Right.
Has nothing to do with God's chosen.
Right.
You know, Salakia.
No, you tawab, because like I say, you know, we out there for the history, but it has nothing to do with, you know, the day June 19, all that. It's with some oppressor father's birthday, right? And we out there thinking we doing something, you know, but we not.
And Salaki, I gotta. It's heavy. Hey, listen, get a Lord a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Get a Lord a hand, because what it is like we've become the attraction, if I may. You understand?
Right.
Like you coming to the Juneteenth festival, it's not for you to celebrate. It's an attraction for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you're dropping a ball and watching the monkeys play with the ball. You understand?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing wrong with you being a professional athlete, right? But the arena is designed for the owners or the fans or the spectators to look at the you know what I'm saying, at the animals play, if I may.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a ball or a football and you'll be entertained.
Right.
That's what Juneteenth has been. That's what it was for us.
Right.
They threw us a ball and they said, let me see what the Negroes gonna do with it this time.
Right.
They watching for their own goddamn entertainment, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is it going to stop them from killing each other? Probably not.
Right.
Is it going to allow them to come together? Probably not.
Right.
Will they still celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving? They probably will.
Mm-hmm.
Will they still go into the Christian church? They probably will.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You would think there would be some kind of cohesion or resources built upon like something like Juneteenth festival. You understand?
Right.
Because it's just an attraction.
Right.
Our lives have become attractions for the other nations.
That's right.
Something to watch.
Right.
You understand? Something to marvel at. Oh, look at them. But for the wrong reasons. You understand? They should be able to look at us and say, I know them people serve the Lord, the God that's in them. But yeah, he could bounce a goddamn basketball.
Right.
Instead of looking at him as being a warrior. You understand? He could be a warrior for the Most High. Right. But you see a kid that's 6'2", 245 pounds. They trying to figure out how can you be the next coming attraction.
Right.
That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, they were recruiting Zion Williams when he was in the 7th or 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the next coming attraction?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what other holiday can I throw him? What kind of bone can I give to him?
Right.
It won't change our lives, man.
Right.
It won't make our brotherhood go, but it will make them happy. It will put money in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Juneteenth is no more than another goddamn event for them to come and make politics of.
Right.
Make light of. And once again, like I said, they just throwing the ball in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the monkey kick it back and forth. Mm-hmm. We don't know what to do with the goddamn ball. Mm-hmm. Right? So make them happy. Mm. It's a lot.
I think I got to play something for you. It's pertaining to what you said. Salaki, if I may, pertaining to what Officer Zayah is saying.
Hang on. Go ahead.
Salakia. It's really, really interesting that you said that, with the whole, us becoming a spectacle. So us being on those 3 or 4 blocks, it almost seemed like we were in an arena. Mm-hmm. And I can't help but to think about that metonymic phrase, bread and circuses. Okay. Mm. And they said when you look up the term bread and circuses or the phrase, they call it a palliative. When you think of a palliative, it's something that's supposed to just mask the pain and the suffering. Right. It doesn't address the problems. Right. It doesn't address the reason why we out here. Mm-hmm. Right. And I cannot help but to recognize how many oppressors were out there watching the spectacle. Mm-hmm. They're not going out there to be educated. They're out there to see, to take pride in your destruction. Entertainment. It's entertainment. It's a lot here.
To all, and there's a lot of oppressors out there with black children, or so-called black children, man. Just showing the children this how lost your people are.
That's right. Just
showing them, taking them in front of these African vendors and stuff like that. What you think they looking up seeing? They saying somebody just because they dark skinned like them, thinking that this they people, African, man, a filthy African. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, come, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. Right. Mm-hmm. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Most High shall lead thee. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, if I may, like Officer Zayah was saying, we that people think that they want to see. You know what I'm saying? And I looked up the definition of astonishment in
All right, he on it.
Merriam-Webster. It says it causing a feeling of great surprise or wonder. You know what I'm saying? And just look at the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They use us as their entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Just going on, because that was what you brought out.
Right.
So
Wow. How did they make it?
Right. Right.
Everything.
All of it. Right.
That's absolutely correct, man. That's how they look at us.
That's right.
Wow, how they make it.
Right.
All this stuff that we do to them.
Right.
How they make it.
That's right.
You understand? Let's get them Juneteenth. They'll forget the rest of their history.
Right.
Throwing the bone. What happened? You throw a dog a bone, he forget about all the other toys you done got him. You understand? Negroes forgot. We forgot about everything else. We got Juneteenth.
Right.
Right?
Come.
Juneteenth. In the middle of Pride Month. So they was out there.
Right.
They already selfish. You think they give a damn about Juneteenth? No.
Right.
They just came to impose they rainbows
Right.
on everybody that was out there.
Right. That's right.
Right.
Juneteenth, middle of Pride Month. Father's Day, middle of Pride Month. You understand? And it like I had a conversation with my rib. Father's Day being in the middle of Pride Month is crazy, man. Because if you as a father tell your son as he growing up, don't be a homosexual, don't be a homosexual. Your son grow up, be a homosexual, you kick him out your house. Father's Day roll around, he gonna feel comfortable coming back to your house. I gotta show my father some love. He can't kick me out. It's Father's Day. Middle of Pride Month, man.
Good.
Father's Day. So they put you, even if you are against this Pride Month thing, they done gave you Juneteenth, they gave you Father's Day in the middle of this month. So you getting into that like, even if you don't want to accept that spirit of that month, they forcing you to accept it. Because you're gonna see this rainbow around. You go to Juneteenth, you're gonna see it. You understand? So like they forcing it on you. This pride thing, they forcing it on you. So lucky. Where were we? Romans.
13.
You got it?
Come.
Go
The
ahead.
book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Right.
but Esau have I hated.
The Bible says, Jacob have I loved. Who is Jacob?
So like I said, if I may, he's the progenitor of Israel, which are the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right, the nation of Israel, that family that was brought up out of the land of Egypt. And we gonna say that tonight. So when you hear Israel, just think family. We're gonna say that since we got people thinking that the Hispanic brothers and sisters aren't Israel and they want to grab in the Africans. I.U.I.C. So like, they want to take out. They want to take a piece of the family out and put another piece of the family in, man. You understand? But we gonna keep it. We gonna keep it what it is. It's gonna be a buck in here, man. You understand? So that family is Israel, man. The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and Judah, not Judah. Slack read that again.
So the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, right, but Esau have I hated. Right. Jacob is the progenitor of the nation of Israel, man. So lucky. And Esau, who know who Esau is? You know who Esau is? Our oppressor. Come. Esau is the so-called oppressor, man. That brother went right to it. Esau is our so-called oppressor. The Most High says he loves the nation of Israel and that he hates Esau, which is our oppressor, right? What are some of the reasons that he would hate our oppressor?
Slack information for the transgressions he did against his brother.
Don't sound crazy. All right, we're gonna get into it. Don't worry about it. Let me get the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, and verse 3. We're gonna get into it tonight, man. This is the Brotherhood class. You understand? So tonight we don't went into, you know, who Israel is, you know what I'm saying? And why it's imperative for Israel to separate from their enemies, and who the Most High chose as his people. You understand? And who blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians supposed to be around, and who they supposed to separate themselves from. And we're gonna get into why, right? So before we get into this, how many of y'all done had that one friend, that one friend that wasn't your brother? By brother, I mean like one of your nation. Now that you know who your nation is, how many of y'all had an oppressor for a friend? And every time you did something, if you ever did something with this oppressor or this devil, and stuff goes south, how many of y'all done got in trouble and he be straight? You understand? So we gonna get into all this tonight. You got that?
Come. So the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
Right.
Though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right. That's our oppressor, man.
Right.
That's our oppressor. That pride that he has is nigh to none. Like, it's next to none.
That's right.
You understand? That pride they got is up there, boy. It's up there, man. You see how we be at camp, how they walk around. They head held high, they'll flick us off. You understand? I done seen some throw bottles at the camp, spit, all of it. That pride that they have is high, man. And they don't believe that they're gonna fall. That's right. They don't believe that they're gonna fall, man. Because they in their mind, they think, oh, I'm too mighty. I'm too mighty. The Most High on my side, I'll never fall. Right? Because they don't think they don't believe that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will ever separate from them. That's what they truly believe. They don't think that we'll ever separate from them. And that's what they work day and night to keep going. They work day and night to keep us from separating from them.
Right.
They gave us Juneteenth because they don't want us to separate from them.
Right.
You understand? Juneteenth, don't think that they just gave us Juneteenth because they felt like black people should have something. Juneteenth was a tactical move against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
That was a very tactical move, man. That was something that what the scripture say, guilt destroyed the heart.
Come.
That was they seen blacks and Hispanics starting to separate. Don't think that they didn't see that. They see the brothers coming into the school. They see that. They see what Commander Junior YAHANNA doing all over the world, man. They see that. They see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians waking up.
Right.
And they see our classes. That's why the YouTubes and stuff get shut down.
That's
they
right.
seeing it. So they have to give you Juneteenth. They have to give our brothers and sisters in the world Juneteenth because that destroys them. That keeps them over there.
Right.
You see how many brothers and sisters was out there with so-called oppressors? You understand? That was a very tactical move for them, man. And I'm quite sure you seen how that sister came to us when we put them signs out. That's that separation, man. That Juneteenth does that. Juneteenth makes her look at us with hatred towards us because we telling our people to separate from them. But for her, we should be coming together. They gave us Juneteenth. They out here, we all getting along. That was Martin Luther King's dream coming true to them.
Right.
You understand? That's what that was.
It's like, for me, just to add one more thing to what you're saying. Also, in I.S.U.P.K, we don't forget the misery and suffering that our foreparents went through as well.
Right.
You understand? I'm just not going to overlook the suffering of my people because you give me a federal day off. You understand? We cannot do, no matter what we're going through, we build up a nation based on what our foreparents went through.
That's right.
They'll tell you that life is good in America. You can go to a restaurant and eat, like you said, the Martin Luther King dream. But the thing that we cannot overlook is the over 400 years of oppression and murder, rape, and robbing that is still going on today. That goes covered up. You know what I'm saying? Each generation, they want to add a layer of concrete, a buffer to get you further away from what really happened to your people.
Right.
And if we are not careful, and if we really begin to be selfish and not be brothers and not be sisters, you'll forget all about slavery.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? And that's what we seen. We seen our people teaching the oppressor. Look, we the only ones out there on the Juneteenth festival saying, "Listen, this is lynching right here.
Right.
This is the actual depiction of Christ right here. What he would look like as a black man. You the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We talking about Juneteenth, and we have no slaves pictured out there.
Right.
Negroes for sale.
Right.
What Abraham Lincoln said, slavery would have never went away if I could figure out how to destroy the South. If I'm paraphrasing, that's what he said, right? His goal was to never let the goddamn slaves free.
Right.
Ain't what he wanted. He wanted the Union to win the side of the goddamn fort. He wanted them to beat the Confederacy. We talking about history, right? Goddamn America, man.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So we look at it,
Come.
You see what I'm saying?
Come.
We really examine what it does to us. You put on some drums and some beats and some music and give us a day off, and we'll mess it all up.
Right. I'm sure we will.
And won't talk about what happens to the people that came before us. Like and I get it because it hurts. You know what I'm saying? That hurts. And I understand people don't want to look at it and say we have to move forward. Yeah. Who's stopping us from moving forward? Huh? Our disobedience.
Right.
Where did we go wrong at? I'm looking at my brother's shirt right here. He said, I survived the streets, Christianity and the world. Right.
Okay.
Man, it is. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
So, like what Officer Zion was speaking about is Abraham Lincoln's letter to Horace Greeley, who was an abolitionist, and it says, "If I could save the Union without freeing any slave, I would do it."
No, some slaves.
Any slave.
He said he didn't want to free any of the slaves.
And if I could save it by freeing all the slaves, I would do it. And if I could save it by freeing some and leaving others alone, I would also do that.
Now, let me ask you a question. Am I saying that y'all correct me? I ain't no grammar major here, right? But is that in quotations?
Come on, this is his
actual is it what?
It's Abraham Lincoln.
It's actual words, right?
Right. Sir.
I rest my case.
Right. And that just shows you how they feel about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
That's right.
They don't want us to separate from them. They want us enslaved to them forever. Right? Because they know that if we separate from them, they fall. Right? So I'll give you Juneteenth to keep you around. If that keep you around, you can have Juneteenth. Because to me, I don't have to celebrate it. You understand? I know it don't mean nothing to you. Half of you out here celebrating don't even know what it means. Right. Don't even know what you're celebrating. So for me as an oppressor, just to give you a day, you got it, brother. I think we lost the what can I say? Connecting or something.
We'll bring out that truth.
Yeah. Like what is Juneteenth to an oppressor, man? Because guess what? It's gonna be just like Jeremiah Hyman said, and I hope you know that's a real priest and prophet. It's coming. He just prophesied, and I guarantee you, next year it will be happening. Juneteenth, they're gonna have a sale, a major sale, where everything is half off, just like Black Friday.
Right.
They're gonna have a Juneteenth sale, man, and you're gonna be able to go and get that TV that you wanted, that 75-inch TV, for $400, and and you gonna think that you winning, when in reality you still broke, you still poor, you still enslaved, you still sitting up under your oppressor,
Right.
and your oppressor is still saying in his mind, what?
So like I said, the proud of thine heart have deceived thee. Though thou dwellest in the cluster of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to
Your
the
oppressor
ground?
still gonna be saying, who gonna bring him down to the ground, man?
Right.
While you celebrating Juneteenth and you going to that Juneteenth sale, your oppressor gonna be sitting up there, in his skyscraper, talking about who gonna bring me down,
Right.
looking down at us, running around, running from Walmart to Walmart, all in the mall, buying everything.
Right.
They gonna be looking at us like, who gonna bring me down?
Who can bring me down? The monkeys that dribbling the basketball,
Right.
the ones that running the football, the one that stand in line to vote, the one that go to the Christian church, the one that still think that Christ was a white oppressor.
Oppressor.
Them? You mean them? They the one that's still smoking weed and smoking crack, dying of heart disease, breast cancer, diabetes? Them? Them? The Negroes are a joke, man.
Right.
You understand? Who? The Ben Carsons? Huh? The O.J. Simpsons? You get what I'm saying? That's what this is. But what they do not know is that we serve a power in the I.S.U.P.K, brother.
Right.
And we have fearless leaders like Commander General YAHANNA and all the generals, all the captains, all the officers.
Right.
You understand? The upcoming troopers and the sisters that want to serve the Lord.
Right.
And for them, the Lord will fight for us, man.
Right.
Because we want to serve.
Right.
We really want to be brothers
Right.
and sisters, right?
Right.
And the Lord will stand for that, man. He'll be on our side, even though the rest of the world is against us. But the devil said, who shall bring them down? Who? Them?
Right.
They dribbling basketballs? Huh? They celebrate them? They're supposed to beat me. That's why the oppressor has so much pride.
Right.
But in the flip side of that, though, you see what he does to the I.S.U.P.K. Every YouTube channel, he's trying to break it down.
Right.
Every Facebook, he's trying to shut it down.
Right.
Every goddamn what we call it when they do the every debate, you got some kind of committee trying to come up against it. Every lecture, they trying to close the venue. Every Passover, they try to change it, right?
Change it, right.
Oh, somebody afraid of that, right?
That's
Right.
Somebody out there scared of that.
Right.
They ain't scared of you when you bounce the basketball.
Right.
They ain't afraid of you when you celebrate Juneteenth.
Right.
They ain't afraid of you if you celebrate Christmas.
Right.
They ain't afraid of you if you smoking weed.
Right.
Right.
They ain't afraid of you selling drugs.
Right.
They not afraid if you're having an abortion.
That's right.
They get afraid when you serve the Lord.
That's
Man.
right.
That's when they shaking their boots. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ever seen the little cartoon? They got shaking. Yeah.
Good.
They can't control a man to serve the Lord, man.
Right.
That's right.
Damn right. Y'all side in the hand, man.
Yeah.
Run it down. You understand? They know who's gonna bring them down, man.
Right.
They know who's gonna bring them down. And they like to go off what Zion was saying, they go so far as to send hecklers up to the camp.
Right.
To stand out there all day, from the time we get there to the time we leave, and talk about Jesus said.
So like, I think Sister Barwa wanted to say something.
Oh,
she on here.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Go ahead, sis.
Salakia, sir. No, I didn't want to say anything. I thought I did. Thanks for watching.
On the bar. Yeah, man, they know who's gonna bring them down, man. You understand? That was it on that? Reading this verse?
Come, sir. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Most High.
Right. Although you sit yourself high, man, and you exalt yourself as the eagle, like what does it mean to exalt yourself as the eagle? Yeah, you gotta look at the word exalt, huh? Yeah. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? They asking that question, who shall bring me down to the ground? You understand? They asking. And that you better believe they asking that question with pride. Go ahead.
So like you said, this is exalt as a verb.
Mm-hmm.
In the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it says to raise in rank, power, or character.
Mm-hmm.
To elevate by praise or in estimation.
Mm-hmm.
To raise high. The third one is obsolete. And the fifth one is to enhance the activity of.
Right.
So like you said, if we play just on the fifth one, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to enhance themselves as the eagle because we know the eagle flies high.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you said, even in 3, it says their habitation is high. You know what I'm saying? So they again, they're trying to play like they're the most high. You know what I mean? And as far as being a watcher over everything or having their hands in everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like you said, Juneteenth. You know,
right?
So like you said.
No, what's that crazy? You know what I'm saying? That eagle flying high above all the other birds.
Come on.
You understand? He flying high above the sky, and he looking down, seeing everything that's happening.
That's right.
Right. And if that eagle, you ever seen an eagle? What they call them dives that they do? You ever seen them dive and they hit they prey and it stun them? They hit them so hard it stuns them. You understand? And they up there, they seeing everything. That's what the oppressor saying, right? He's saying he put himself high above everybody on the face of the earth, right? And including trying to put himself as far as high as the Most High, right?
So like I said, if I may, as well, which is heavy what you're bringing out, you know what I'm saying, Trump, he started the Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So again, like you said, that he's trying to exalt himself, you know what I'm saying, as the eagle because he's trying to watch over everything.
Right.
You know? So like I said.
He literally trying to impose himself as God. Right? Saying he in control of everything. Right? What they call that thing, the eye in the sky. Right? They got them satellites, like they can zoom in, right? Look right in the goddamn yard. Salaki. You know what I'm saying? They can read your tag from space. Man. They literally trying to exalt themselves as God. Or, as the eagle, man. They trying to say they high above everything else. And an eagle is very fierce. That's a very fierce bird. That's a huge bird, man. Them birds is huge.
That's right.
Like you see an eagle coming at you, you gonna run. That's a big round bird, man. Let me see. Go ahead.
Come, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
That Space Force. Go ahead.
Right. Thence will I bring thee down.
The Most High say he what?
Thence will I bring thee down.
The Most High gonna bring them down, man.
Right.
The Most High gonna bring them down.
Right.
In the I.S.U.P.K, we don't teach brothers and sisters to go out and harm the oppressors. Right? We equip brothers and sisters with the tools to love one another, with the tools to fish one another out the world. Right. You understand? With the tools to serve the Most High. Right? That's what we doing here. We teach against harming our oppressor because we know who gonna bring them down.
So like I said, this will I bring thee down, said the Most High.
The Most High gonna bring them down, man. The Most High gonna ruin or destroy that so-called nest that they have amongst the stars. You understand? The Most High gonna bring that eagle down, right?
Come.
Let me get verse 10.
Come, sir. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
Why is he gonna bring them down?
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For the violence against the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
What?
Shame shall cover thee.
What is shame? Mm-hmm. The Most High said, for the violence against the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, he's gonna bring Esau down, and shame gonna cover them. Go ahead.
So like you said, this is shame, which is a noun in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It says a painful emotion.
A painful emotion
caused by consciousness of guilt.
Caused by consciousness of guilt.
Shortcoming or impropriety. So like
we gonna go with that painful emotion caused by consciousness of guilt, man. They know that they doing it. That consciousness of guilt, you know that you're doing something wrong, man.
Right.
You are conscious of the things that you did.
That's right.
Right? And the Most High said, shame gonna cover them. That's gonna be a conscious shame. You understand? They gonna know what they did, right? Go ahead.
Stock information, which is heavy, is to say why they're trying to ban, I just had a brain fart. What is it? Critical race theory.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Most I said for that shame against the nation of Israel. I mean, for that violence against the nation of Israel, shame shall cover them. Go ahead.
Come, sir. And thou shalt be cut off forever.
And they're gonna be cut off forever, man. You understand? This ain't no one and done. Like this ain't no I'm gonna punish you for 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, this forever, man. Like the crimes that they have committed are crimes that is no coming back from, man.
Right.
You understand? To have a people serving you and they already broke down, right? They broke down from the lone ship ride over here, right? They broke down seeing their children sold, right? They broke down by not being able to come and go as they please, right?
That's right, sir.
They destroyed already, but for these evil bastards, that wasn't enough, man. They had to what? Hang them from trees.
Right.
Of people that's already destroyed. You understand? They had to cut their feet off. They had to bust their teeth in and make them eat pork because they didn't want to eat it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had to throw them that bone of Juneteenth, man. The people are already destroyed. But our oppressor with that violence has no end. Right? That violence has no end. And nobody, if the Most High don't bring this oppressor down, nobody will.
That's right.
It takes the Most High to bring them down, man. Because that violence against the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will never end if the Most High didn't step in and bring them down, man. It will never end. They keep going further and further and further.
Right.
Right?
Come, sir.
So the Most High said, shame gonna cover them, man. That conscious guilt gonna cover them, man. They gonna know exactly why they being punished, right? For destroying the people that was already destroyed. Right. The Most High already punishing us. You mean to tell me we got the oppressor gonna punish us too? He delivered us into your hand. We ain't did nothing to you, but you want to punish us even more.
That's right.
You want to kill our babies. You want to make us do the Trail of Tears, man. You want to force us to eat pork, right? Force us to have abortions, and then turn around and say, you will love America. You can't take a knee on my football field. Even though I shoot you in your back, you can't take a knee on my field. Why? Because I pay you to throw a ball, to be a monkey and throw a ball around. Right. Entertain me. Kneeling me doesn't entertain me. Kneeling in front of me, Salaki, it doesn't entertain me. Right?
Come.
You already destroyed, and they want to destroy you even more, man. That shame gonna cover them for the violence they commit against us, man.
That's right.
And the Most High don't forget those things. He remembers all the things that all the crimes that they've committed against us, man. You understand? That cup just filling up, running over with full of those sins that they committed against the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
That's why in the I.S.U.P.K, we always blame our oppressor for the things that brothers and sisters are doing out there, man.
That's right.
You understand? We blame our oppressor because we already in poverty. if you put a people in poverty, leaving them for so long, man, they ain't gonna have nothing to do but destroy each other. They trying to survive, right? Go ahead, brother.
So like you said, I just looked up cut off in the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
Uh-huh.
Like it says, that shall be cut off forever.
Uh-huh.
We know what forever means.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it says cut off as a Merriam-Webster dictionary verb to bring an untimely end.
Right.
To stop the passage of, to stop the operation of. So like I said, like, you know what I'm saying, these devils is gonna be cut off, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like if I made, they're gonna be kind of like in the museums. When we see, that's all we're gonna really see of them, because they're not gonna be like, if I may, you know, say like we said, we was cut off as a nation, but we were still those people. We just wasn't Israel. He said he's gonna cut them off, period.
Right.
You know, so there ain't gonna be no more, sir. So Barack, how I have a shot for that.
Most High Christ. Right. Gonna stop them in their tracks, man.
Right.
You understand? I'm talking about them bombs flying off so hot. What the eyes melting in the sockets. All right. Stop you in your tracks. What a beautiful day.
That's right.
Mr. Ryder, beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, brother. Right. Yeah, the Most High said he's gonna cut them off, man. You understand? And that's gonna be forever. Right. For the things that they committed against the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Let's jump over to verse 15.
Come on, sir. Book of Obadiah. Come on, the book of Obadiah, verse 15. For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen.
Right, the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen, man. So that day that they gonna be cut off, that day is coming.
Right.
Even though they saying who gonna bring them down, that day is coming, man. That's and right. That day is near, and it's among all of them, man. Not just one, all of them. Why is it among all of them?
So like you said, are you asking me? Telling me to keep reading?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, so like you said, you know, if I may, with the context of the, you know, the verse in 10, you know, it's for the violence against us.
Right. But why is it on all of them, all the heathen?
Oh, so like you said, if I may, because all of the heathen have done treacherously with us, and they had us in slavery and shackles.
So like if I may, sir, because they all came together and, you know, on one accord to try to.
Yeah, give me that. That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I wanted. He coming against all of them, man. What, they joined the Confederate against thee?
That's right.
All of them, man. Kudam, if you don't mind, could you get me that Confederate definition? So don't think that we know, and here we know our oppressor is dumb as a box of rocks, so he wouldn't never been able to pull this off, man. Right. He would never been able to pull this off by himself, man.
That's right.
So we gotta let you know that destruction is coming to the so-called oppressor and all the heathens that are joined with him, man.
That's right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Come, this is Confederate, which is an adjective.
Oh, so like let the brother read it.
Oh, so like
Concert. The book of Psalms, chapter 83, and verse 5. For they have consulted to gather with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
All right, now go ahead.
Come, this is the definition of Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Confederate. It says united in a league.
They are what?
United in a league. Then it's a noun that says ally or accomplice.
They are united, man, as allies and accomplices, man. All against the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Right. They are together, right? And the Most High said that the day that he bring them down is near among all of them.
Right.
Not just Esau, but all the heathen, man.
Right.
So that means the African man is not safe.
Right.
So even though we try to join ourselves to the Africans, he not safe either, man.
Right.
So you can run to Africa all you want to. Africa gonna get laid to waste too, man.
That's right.
You understand? They got punishments coming. The Chinaman, he can walk up and down the street with his hand behind his back all he want to. sitting at ease. But he got some fire coming to his doorstep, man.
Right.
You understand? It ain't gonna be that damn colorful dragon that he worship blowing in the fire. You understand? The Most High got something that's way, way, way hotter than that, man.
That's right.
He says that oh, my bad, Salaki. Read that again, brother.
Khan.
You.
Oh, Khan. The book of Obadiah, verse 15. For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen.
The day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen. Go ahead.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Everything that they done to the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians gonna be done to them, man.
That's right.
You understand? We built their kingdom. Guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna build our kingdom. Right. You understand? And luckily we are very, 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 very loving and kind people, man. Loving and kind people. So that means we ain't gonna hang them from trees and leave them for a week and cut their rods off and keep it in a box. Who does that? Right. You understand? But like the Most High said, everything that they done did to us, man, it's coming back. It's coming back. That's and right. We gonna do it righteously. That's right. You understand? They're gonna build our kingdom righteously.
That's right.
That's it.
Come for 15, so it is.
Oh, let me get what does the word reward mean, man? What does the word reward mean? We can't just skip by this. Like, we gotta see that thy reward shall return upon thine own head. We gotta see what that means. Go ahead.
So like you said, this is reward, which is a verb. The second one is recompense. So like
that ain't the one I want. It's another one.
I have one that says a bounty or a price. It's one.
You a Merriam-Webster?
It's one that says something that is given in return for good or evil done or received, or that is offered or given for some service of attainment.
It ain't nothing that say fair. All right. So reward is a fair return for good or bad behavior, right? So that thing that they did, you know, when they get on their knees and kiss the feet of the prophets, what we always say. Y'all never got a boot kiss? Oh, my bad, brother. I ain't trying to throw it in your face. But yeah, we say, you know, that after they kiss our boots and, you know, they get up.
So like a Mason, don't you say like you've done like a good service or a good deed?
So like you said, if I may, from what I've heard is we always say maybe the Lord will have mercy.
Maybe the Lord will have mercy on you. Maybe this fair reward. And maybe you get a fair, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you did good today, man. You're a good little heathen. You understand? Maybe the Most High have mercy on you. You understand? But we say that maybe because we don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
That's right.
You understand? Because you're going to get that fair reward for their good and bad behavior, man. You're going to get that fair reward. Just because you bent down and kissed the boots of the prophets don't mean that you ain't going to be punished, man. Right. That you just felt bad in that instance that you caught for what you did. That's what it was, because if the I.S.U.P.K wasn't standing out there on the corner to show you the things that you've done to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you think they would have ever got down and kissed the boots or apologized? Nah, they wouldn't have. They would have gave you another month of Pride Month, which would be next month. Extended. All right. So yeah, that reward, man, is that fair return for good or bad behavior. And the Most High said he gonna return upon thine own head. Right? Let me jump to the book of Revelations 18. Everybody to walk? Got to walk? Y'all need anything? Y'all better still. Most high in Christ.
18 and what is that?
18 and 4.
Come.
Right. So y'all know the book of Revelations, reveal all this book, this the book that the Christians really try to avoid. They hate seeing what's gonna happen, which makes sense, right? Because Christianity is white supremacy, right? So if the oppressor teaches, the what was it called? What's it called when you go to become the pastor? What is it called? The school?
Seminary.
Theology.
Theology.
Right.
The oppressor teaches that he don't want you to talk about his destruction, or he don't want you to reveal what's gonna happen to him, to your congregation, right? And what's gonna happen to you. So it only makes sense that you would avoid it because he taught you to avoid it. And Christian pastors, Salagi, if I may, Christian pastors are like the most enslaved Negroes ever, man.
Right.
They the most enslaved. Like they had an entire Bible, but they still read around it like it's a slave Bible. They still read what Master tell them to read and don't read the rest. You understand? They read it in the Christian church. It could be a whole all black congregation, right? And they're still, Master said, read it. I'm gonna read this, close the book, as if he's standing right there. They've been brainwashed to do it all as if the oppressor is standing right in front of them, man. You got that, brother? So like it.
Concert. The book of Revelations, chapter 18, and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Saying what?
Come out of her, my people.
No, to join hand in hand.
Come out of her, my people.
To celebrate Juneteenth because they gave it to you.
Come out of her, my people.
Walk and dance in the Christian church.
Come out of her, my people.
They gave me a ball, so I'm gonna throw it.
Come out of her, my people.
The Most High said, "Come out of her, man."
Right.
For the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. He said, "Come out of her." He doesn't want us to continue to join ourselves with our oppressors, man. He wants us to separate ourselves from these oppressors, man. He's telling us to come out of her. Who is the her?
America, Babylon.
Right. You got to come out of this place, man. We have to. Why? We just read it in the last chapter.
Right.
Why do we have to come out of here, man? Here's Obadiah 1:15. Hey, nobody in the class with me?
Because the days of the Most High is near.
Right. Their destruction is coming, man. What? You gonna stay in Babylon while it's burning? Like you understand? Can you imagine what happened to everybody that stayed in Sodom and Gomorrah? That didn't come out of her? Can you imagine what happened? The Most High said, "Come out of her, man." This ain't for you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
This punishment is not for you. You done did your time. It's time for you to separate so I can handle this. You understand? So he telling you to come out of her, man. Out of America. Go ahead.
Concert. That ye be not partakers of her sin.
That you what?
That ye be not partakers of her sin.
You don't sell weed, man.
Right.
You understand? You ain't selling weed.
Right.
You ain't popping whores. You're not up there at your at Joe Biden signing a bill talking about Juneteenth, man. That's joining your people to the oppressor, man. You being there when he telling you to come out of her is just you blatantly saying, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do what I want to do."
Right.
Because our oppressor teach, you got time. You got time to get yourself right with the Most High. You understand? God loves you anyway. So you don't have to separate from Babylon. He loves you anyway. The Most High said, come out of there, man. Come out of her and be not partakers of her sins. Right? It's time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to wake up, man, and separate themselves from this place, man.
Right.
We have to. Because the day of the Most High is at hand, man. We have to separate. Go ahead.
Come, sir. And that ye receive not of her plagues.
What plagues?
So like you said, I was seeing this as a precept that I made by the
Oh, Salaki.
This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Right. We just talked about that, right? The eyeballs melt in the socket, man. What that sound like? Can you imagine your eyeballs melting in the sockets, your tongue, all that, your skin? Like, can you imagine that? Like, that ain't something that just gonna happen over time, right? That's gonna take something extremely hot, and it's gonna happen extremely fast, right? And when I say fast, I don't mean like flash fire fast. You know, like what's the like it? I ain't gonna say that because that it could be fast. It's gonna be extremely hot though. So like
sir, if I may, it's heavy you bringing that out too, you know, which contextual of what we were talking about tonight, as far as Esau, you know, being that overseer, trying to be the overseer of America.
Right.
Even in the movie, The Terminator, I forgot which one, but Sarah Connor had a dream. And that same exact description or depiction of what happened, but she was standing at the fence and she had a dream.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? It was a big boom. And everybody, as soon as that, she was standing there, her eyes melted in her eye socket. You know what I'm saying? And her body basically turned into dust because you know what I'm saying? She couldn't even stop holding the
fence.
Concert.
All right. It's like that, what is it, that Hiroshima thing? The shadow on the
Right.
It's basically like the same thing. Like they don't make this stuff up, man. I'll tell you, if you don't know by now, your oppressor is not smart.
Right.
He don't just come up with this stuff by himself, man.
Right.
A lot of these stories, the movies and stuff like that, be coming from these scriptures, man.
That's right.
And they portray themselves as the heroes in our stories. Right? So what were we? Oh yeah, what are some of the plays, man?
Like you said, if I made the vid.
Right. COVID-19, man.
It's like a mix of gas shortage.
Oh man. Nah, brother. But you see what I'm saying?
So like it, you know, in the spirit of the plagues, you know, the Delta variant, you can look at, you know, most homosexuals come down with HIV and then it devolves into AIDS.
Right. Like,
listen, you got yeast on your lip. So
good night. Yeah, brothers is wild, man. But yeah, man. The vid.
Right.
You got HIV, AIDS. You know what I'm saying? Diabetes. All that, man. Those are things that the Most High told us not to be a part of. Well, those are those plagues coming from those sins that the Most High told us not to be partakers of, man. That's the result of us committing them sins. Trying to get through. Let me get through. Read verse 5.
Concert. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto the heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Right. The Most High ain't forgetting the things that our oppressor has did, that America has did to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? You think he forget about all that bloodshed that happened in order to make America what America is?
Right.
You thought he forgot about it? You think he forgot about Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor? The list goes on and on, man. The list goes on and on. And he said, what?
For her sins have reached unto the heaven.
That's a lot, man.
Oh, God.
You done did a lot of stuff to my people, man.
That's right.
So much so to a point where it's like I was Zion said, we don't forget about the stuff that happened to our ancestors, man.
Right.
The Most High didn't forget about that. The Most High didn't forget that he gave you this people and you beat them into the ground.
Right. Right.
He already put you on. He put us on the bottom of every nation, but that wasn't enough for you. You understand? The Most High said that he remembered their iniquities, man. He remembered the things that they done to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. He hasn't forgotten that, right? Go ahead.
Khan. And the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Verse 6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you.
There you go again. That reward, man. Reward her, even as she rewarded you. Go ahead.
Khan. And double unto her, double according to her works.
Right. So it ain't just gonna be 400 years. Oh, that's easy. Nah, man. Your punishment doubled, man.
Right.
And you doing what? You said it earlier.
Recompense, sir?
Nah.
Sorry, Commissioner, cut off.
Cut off forever, man.
So
You being cut off forever, man. What you did to this people gonna happen to you double, and you getting cut off forever. That's how you gonna look in that museum and be like, damn, they really did this.
Right.
It was real.
What's that?
Right.
Man,
Oh, God.
I'll tell you, you don't see a Yeti sitting in the museum, man. All right. Right?
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And a cup which she had filled to her filled to her double.
Right. You did this, man.
Right.
You filled this cup yourself. Where they say you made that bed and I lay in it.
Right.
Right? You understand? America did this to themselves, man.
That's right.
Didn't nobody tell them to hang brothers and sisters from trees, trap babies in cages on the border, right? Nobody told them to exalt themselves as the eagle, right? All they had to do was chill. You already gotta just chill, man. What your pops always tell you, like, man, just sit down, man. Just chill, bro. You ain't gotta be doing everything. Nah, they gotta jump out the porch, do a little dance, everything else. Run wild, man. That's why we have to separate from these people, man.
That's right.
You understand? Because that punishment coming to them, and it's gonna be doubled, man. And we should not have ourselves joined unto them, right?
Okay.
Or else we have to go through that punishment with them, right?
Right.
You understand? Good.
Salakia Arwan, that's what's so wicked about Christianity, is because it joins us directly to our oppressor.
Right.
And our oppressor knows that once we figure out who the hell we are, that they have no power against us.
Mhm.
That's right. When you come into the knowledge of being a Hebrew Israelite, a Jew,
Right.
your oppressor has no power against you. You understand what I'm saying? So the delusion that's on our people is strong. The Bible talks about a reprobate mind.
Right.
We've been left to that because of our disobedience. So it's imperative that this truth be taught throughout the four corners of the earth.
Right.
You know, and it's just a heavy. You bringing out some heavy stuff tonight, sir.
The water, Most High in Christ, man. You understand? Most High in Christ. But yeah, that's why it's imperative that we separate, man. Because what does Scripture say? 2/3. 2/3, man.
That's right.
2/3, man. And we get sent out every week to try and save as many brothers. We don't know who the 2/3 are. Just because you're in here don't mean that you're gonna be saved. that doesn't mean that. You know, we don't know who the 2/3 are, but we go out and we try to reach as many brothers and sisters as we can. You know, and I know me, for one, I hope that the Most High has mercy on all of Israel. Just for the stuff that we've been through, man, and how destroyed we are. But I also know too, in the same breath, that it's some wicked brothers and sisters out there, man. And they sit in that thing we call that Christian church, man. You understand? Reading on. Next verse.
Concert. Verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
Right. Man, America has glorified itself, man.
Right.
America has, like, oh my goodness. Live deliciously? Goodness gracious. I'm talking about you got imported things all over the world.
Right.
You don't even have to pay for them. Why? Because everybody's scared of your military. You are glorified throughout the earth. Everybody want to come where? To America. It's the dream, man. Living a dream. Oh, it's so beautiful over here. The people are so free. You can do whatever you want to do in America. Nah. You free. Right. You don't see the lives of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? You don't see the violence that's committed against the nation of Israel, man.
Right.
You understand? Like Zion said, you didn't come over here because America to live the American dream. You came over here to oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
That's what you came to do, man. You came because America promised you that dream that they promised you is this where was it? Read it again.
Concert. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
That dream is this delicious lifestyle where you don't have to do nothing. You know why? Because blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are gonna do it for you.
That's right.
Right? Because they don't have nothing established.
Right.
You understand? You don't think they know that? The East Indians, when they come over here and they just pop up in the hood with a store and know ain't nothing gonna happen to their store? Why? Because the oppressor got grants and all this set aside for them. The Jewish man, they got grants, man. They got all this money set aside for them. So they know when they come over here, they get to live a glamorous lifestyle, man. Because all they have to do is set this business up. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians can run it. You just show them what to do. They smart enough to do that.
Right.
You understand? That's how they look at us. They smart enough to run this. They smart enough to push buttons on a cashier. Right? We don't have to worry about nothing else. I don't even have to be there. Right? Have you ever seen the owner of Walmart in Walmart? But who do you see in there? See your people, man.
That's right.
See your people, man. That's what they get promised when they come over here. They get promised a lifestyle of having to do nothing because, like Arthur Zion always say, I'm referencing you a lot tonight. I don't want to taught us well, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
America runs right. I get that brother hand, man. America runs off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's that glorious lifestyle that they live, that delicious lifestyle that they live when they come over here, man. That's that glorified. America has glorified herself off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man.
That's right.
To be free in America means blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are fighting your wars because they so much better than, the oppressor. Nigga shoot like 3 people pulling a whole nother man across the goddamn battlefield. So like it. I'm talking about brothers so big taking like 8-9 bullets before they even drop. Think I'm lying? You ain't ever seen them slave movies where they always had a big brother where the brother like they chopping this brother like axe, shooting him, brother, and it was one, it was a show, and it was a slave, huge brother. Brother took like 9 bullets and still killed all them Edomites. Still killed them all before he died.
So like if I may, you think about the spirit of what like
Samson,
if I'm
come
not
on.
mistaken, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes,
Right.
the Lord just give him the strength one more time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Take them all.
Oh,
Yeah.
good night.
Why wouldn't they want us in their military? We doing stuff like that.
Right.
These niggas killed Goliath. Goliath? Why wouldn't we want them?
That's right.
They ain't scared of nothing. Except who? The oppressor. You understand? Let me get the definition of torment and a definition of sorrow. Right? So when they come over here, man, they not coming because our oppressor has something to offer, man. The oppressor has nothing to offer but the servitude of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. When in reality, Moab, the so-called Asian man, is the best server. They the best servers, man. So-called Negroes are terrible servers. we know we ain't supposed to be doing that, man. We know we ain't supposed to be doing that.
Right.
What Bernie Man say, man? I ain't come here for that, man. He didn't come. We the only ones at work making personal phone calls. I love how people do.
You're right.
That's right.
So like that's because we're royalty, sir.
Right.
We're the only royalty on the face of the earth.
Right.
You know, and the world was created for our sakes.
That's
So it was
right.
natural for the Asian
Mm-hmm.
to
Right.
do the pedicure.
Get his hands
He's
dirty.
in his proper place doing that.
Right.
Just like you do the charge, what you charge in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Facts.
It ain't gonna happen.
It's natural for them to do the pedicures and stuff like that. You understand? Like, guess what? It's natural for Ham to pick cotton. They walk around without shoes on anyway. It's natural, man. It's natural. It's natural, man. But guess what? It's also natural for our oppressor to go out in the middle of winter and get firewood.
Right.
You can't send them out there in the summer. But the winter, they don't get cold. They go out in flip-flops, shorts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We made to we made to be over them, man. We made to be over them. And it's crazy because like each and every one of them could survive in different climates. You understand? We just have to have one of each. So like it. Go ahead, brother. So like it.
I got a definition of sorrow.
Sorrow. Let me get torment first.
Come on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Merriam-Webster Dictionary of torment.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme pain, which is a noun.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme pain or anguish of
Right.
body or mind.
Right. So mental and physical pain, man. It's a mental and physical pain. So read that again from the top.
Concert, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
How much she hath glorified herself
Okay.
and lived deliciously.
Right.
So much torment and
Right.
sorrow.
So much torment, man. So much, mental and physical pain and suffering America has, you know what I'm saying. Sorrow, let me get it.
Concert. The definition of sorrow is a noun.
Uh-huh.
It means deep distress,
Right.
sadness, or regret,
Uh-huh.
especially for the loss of someone or something loved.
Right. America deserves this, man. America deserves all the torment and sorrow that it could have, right? You understand? All the distress, all the suffering, America deserves it. Go ahead.
Concert. give her.
Uh-huh.
For she has Salaki, for she saith in her heart,
Right.
I sit a queen,
Mm-hmm.
and am no widow,
Right.
and shall see no sorrow.
That's what America says, man. America doesn't think that it will fall. Right? Our oppressors don't think that America will fall. They don't think that nobody will remove them from that high seat that they have, man. But the Most High is coming. And Salaki, that day of the Most High is coming. Right? And America will be destroyed, man. Right? All that torment, that sorrow is coming to America, man. And it's time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to separate from this place we call America, man.
Right.
And come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And the only way that that's going to happen is by coming into the I.S.U.P.K, man.
Yeah, right.
The Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Priest and Officer Bunkel.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Root for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the memorial blowing of trumpets, according to the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. It's the first day of the 7th month. It is a Holy Convocation that's coming up on Monday, September the 6th. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, a majim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatah.
Down Matah. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sister. I imagine Shabbat. I imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shema Allah Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shema Bahashem Yahweh Shai. To our class.
Down Matah. Class dismissed.
That's all I got on. Where was the Feast of First